Taurus, welcome to January and 2018. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This video is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Taurus, and we start off the month with a full moon in Cancer, and that is in your third house, Taurus. So there's an illumination on communication and language right now for you. It's also a very poetic moon. There's a grand trine in the sky in water. We've got Neptune in Pisces, which is its home placement. We've got the moon in Cancer, which the moon is the ruler of Cancer as well. And then we have both Jupiter and Mars in Scorpio. And so this grand water trine brings out a lot of emotion, and the full moon in Cancer is just a very sweet, nurturing full moon. And that in your third house, it may make you want to speak poetically or romantically. It might be a good time to actually like write love poems, Taurus, because you know this year for you, you've got Jupiter in your 7th house all year. So it's a really expansive time for your relationships anyway. And with Mars there's a lot of vitality and a lot of enthusiasm, and just, you know, it's bringing a lot of fire to your 7th house as well as expansion. And then this sweet, watery, emotional energy in your 3rd house of communication. It's a very, I'm just getting like a lot of sweet nothings, or it might be a good time to like write sonnets or write songs about love, if any of you are inspired to do that. And then on January 16th, we have a new moon in your 9th house, and that's in Capricorn. So it could be a good time to initiate travel plans, or it could be a good time to begin something that has to do with higher learning, like a course of study, or studying a different philosophy, different religion, another culture. Really good time for exploration of some sort, whether it be literal exploration, or if it's you know, more abstract in terms of exploring new ideas, new philosophies, new cultures. And then at the end of the month, we have a full moon, again, a second one on January 31st, and that second one is considered a blue moon, because whenever we get 2 full moons in the same month, the second one is considered a blue moon. So that's what's going on in the sky for you, Taurus. Let's see what comes up in the cards for you. I show the month opening with maybe feeling a little unbalanced about something, trying to find compromise, and maybe, or having a hard time finding the middle path on something. It tells me that you may be kind of swinging between extremes on something, but there's a new beginning in love here. Ace of Cups really, to me, echoes the Jupiter in your 7th house in Scorpio. It's really watery, emotional energy, and both these cards have those cups. So it's saying that maybe even though you're having a hard time finding compromise or finding moderation in something, there's new love here. And there's something that is coming to you at the beginning of this month. I'm seeing it around that full moon. It's funny, I'm seeing like with this illuminated and with the dove illuminated. You know, 2 of the things that are similar in these cards is that there's a real sense of peace. You see the wings of the angel in both of these and of the dove. So even if temperance means doing things in moderation, and Ace of Cups means it means new love, because aces are always beginning, but it also means being passionate, being joyful, being in a state where your cup runneth over. So it may mean that there's no moderation in terms of your passion. It just may mean that like water is gushing in every direction. In terms of emotional energy, you may be brimming to the top with emotional energy, and that's kind of beautiful, Taurus. It looks like your partnerships are blooming and blossoming. And for those of you who are single, love could be coming in. And for those of you who are partnered, it's just a wonderful sunny time. I mean, I almost feel like that could be your whole reading, Taurus. You know, Ace of Cups and Sun. What else do you need to say? It's a great time for love for you. So for those of you who are single, want to be in partnership, get out there because love is coming your way. The universe is handing it to you. And for those of you who are in partnership, it's a wonderful time where the sun is basically shining on you and your relationships. So lap it up, Taurus, is all I have to say. Really good time. This is Nine of Cups in reverse, which means satisfaction and wish fulfillment. And it's in reverse. So sometimes that can mean be careful about doing things to excess, or be careful about overindulging. Some of you are just going to sort of want to lie in bed all day with your lover and maybe shirk some of your responsibilities. So be sure that if you have a job that you still go to work. That's what sometimes Nine of Cups can mean, eating and drinking to excess. You know, Taurus is famous for loving their food and drink. And over the holidays, this may mean overdoing it. But, you know, in fact, both of these cards are about not having moderation and things. But I just see you in such a lovey-dovey, happy place, Taurus, or the opportunity for that at the beginning of the month, that it's understandable that you might go a little bit overboard. Towards the middle of the month, the tone might change a little bit. It might feel a little bit more isolated, a little bit more hermit-like. You may feel a little more withdrawn. All of these cards are signifying that. And I'm seeing that you may not feel at the top of your game in the middle of the month. That new moon, I'm just looking at the middle of the month, January 16th, is in your 9th house of higher learning. So there's something that may be forcing you to learn a new way of being. It's really calling you to retreat. Like retreat and reassess. You know how when you step back from something and you reevaluate it? The middle of the month is going to be a really good time to do that. I'm just going to say just enjoy the first part of the month, Taurus. And then in the middle of the month, if you feel isolated or you feel powerless or you feel like you can't really trust your gut instincts and you feel like you're not achieving the acclaim that you would like to, it's a good time to just pause and reflect and go inward. Let's see what else is coming up at the end of the month. Page of Cups, Page of Coins, 10 of Coins, and 7 of Wands. So really, mostly, Taurus, I'm seeing January as just being a really positive month for you. The middle of the month could have some challenges in terms of not wanting to socialize, not feeling, you may feel a certain sense of restriction or isolation at the middle of the month and feeling like you're not at the height of your powers. But with these two pages, I'm going to say communication of the heart and communication about being willing to put in the work is what's going to lead you back to this feeling of security. This is 10 of Coins. And this is feeling happy and solid in your relationship and in your home. Secure in your home and secure in your relationship. Great card of security. With that in line with the sun here, with this partnership energy. And then, you know, this is 2 energy as well. This is the second card of the tarot. So this is 2. It's in reverse though. So it's saying your relationship can't be right until you're right. So there's something that you need to clear out, some old debilitating or limiting beliefs on your own in order to show up in your relationship or to show up in terms of being available for a relationship to allow that security in. And you know, maybe just being childlike is the way to go. I think for some of you, you may feel like you can't open your heart necessarily because you've got too many responsibilities, because Page of Coins is the one who is willing to like put in the hard work, be the student, show up on time, all of that. And Page of Cups is sort of like more the poet, the one who's infatuated, puppy love, you know, the one who just wants to spend all day kissing. So it may be towards the end of the month that you feel like you can't be that younger side of yourself or that younger heart because you've got so many responsibilities. But by finding balance between these two, you actually end up here, which is getting back to the security of you know, both the money and the security and the love are stable, and they're reliable. So be careful about not adhering to your boundaries or not asserting yourself. Seven of Wands is usually about standing up for what you believe in and fighting for what you believe in. You know, Seven of Wands in the reverse says that you don't feel like you're in an advantageous position. You feel like you're at a disadvantage in terms of something, and really it's just about owning your own power. So there's some sort of doubt, fear, or resistance to owning your own power at the end of the month, which may just be a remnant of what you were going through here in the middle of the month. But all in all, Taurus, it just looks really positive. I see a lot of love coming at you here. I just see this as sort of like that feeling of either just having taken a bath and being on the couch and eating bonbons and like spending time with your lover. It's just a lot of really fun, sunny, loving energy here. Just be careful about not going to excess during the first part of January. And then in the middle of the month, you may need to clear out some self-limiting beliefs or ideas. Try to trust yourself, trust your instincts, because otherwise you're just going to be questioning yourself and not feeling at the top of your game because you feel isolated. But by putting your responsibilities and your heart into balance, you get back to this feeling of security and integration. And don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and assert your boundaries, assert your needs, things that you believe in, because that's going to be helpful towards maintaining that as well, Taurus. So that's my reading for you for January. I hope all of you have a beautiful January and a beautiful new year. If you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can always do that. I'll have my email below. And if you like this reading, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Taurus. January is looking really good for all of you. Hope you enjoy it. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Yours in the stars.